Globally, people with disabilities make up one of the world's largest unreached people groups. There are various statistics around the world, but people estimate that currently people today globally with disabilities are somewhere around 1.3 billion of the world's population. Put that into perspective, that's 1 in 6 people in the world today have some form of neuro or physical disabilities. A lot of studies coming out of the United States show that people with disabilities are much less likely to attend religious services than able-bodied people. Some would say 80% less likely, 80 to 85% less likely to attend. Um, Unfortunately, 80 to 85% of the world's churches have no disability ministry or focus of ministry to disabilities. And that's reflected in the population of people with disabilities, where only 5 to 10% are estimated to be followers of Jesus Christ. Many times, because of disabilities, people with disabilities form communities that are separate cultures, unique in language, unique in understanding. And so this creates a great opportunity, but also a challenge for the church. And this is where theological education globally comes in. Theological education globally must prepare leaders to reach people with disabilities, as well as empowering people with disabilities to reach out to their own people. Theological education needs to listen to the disabled community. I'm constantly learning about what to say and what not to say, and I just want to apologize as if I'm speaking. If there's something that I'm saying that's incorrect, I want to learn. I want to make sure that the voice of people with disabilities is heard, that they have a place at the table for meaningful contribution. So theological education needs to partner together, needs to partner with others for accessibility. When we think about this globally, if somebody has a hearing impairment, is there a sign language translator that's provided? Is there accommodation for people with visual difficulties to be able to learn? We need to be able to strategize so we will be able to serve people with disabilities around us. We also need to be able to model. We need to model to the church what ministry to, through, and by people with disabilities can and should look like in the church. Part of this means that we need to develop a robust theology of disability and suffering. We need to see this carried out in all of our churches. We need to model a curriculum that develops a robust theology of suffering and disability. Many times, as I have met with leaders from various schools and seminaries throughout the world, they have lamented that there are not programs like that. There are not courses available in their seminary. There are also many other things that connect with disability, such as bioethics. There's also a great need for self-theologizing of how people with disability view the world in a unique way. That's a voice that we need to hear. So we need to demonstrate that it is ministry for people with disabilities, with people with disabilities, and by people with disabilities. When we say for, we need to make sure that we can service and empower and give voice. When we say with, we need to say, be able to be alongside and demonstrate ingenuity and innovation. We need to demolish stigma. Also by, we need to recognize that people with disability are equally called by the Great Commission of Jesus to go out and to make disciples. And many times they carry unique perspectives that opens up doors that we can never imagine. So the world today is primed for opportunity, for greater engagement and greater work of people with disabilities. And this is where the international theological educational community can play a key role.